Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to graph using x and y intercepts. Personally, my favorite way to graph is with slope and y-intercept, but this way is usually pretty easy too, so students tend to like this way. My only issue is that sometimes as you get into your equations, not all of the x and y intercepts come out to be whole numbers or integers, which is why I prefer the slope and y-intercept. But otherwise, this way is really pretty straightforward and easy. So let's get into it. The x-intercept is the point where your graph crosses the x-axis. So you're going to have a number for x, and then your y is going to be a 0. The y-intercept is the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. So you'll have a number for y, but your x will be a 0. So what we're going to do is plug a 0 in for one variable and solve for the other. This way is usually easiest when you have it in standard form. So that's what you'll see in these examples here. You'll have the x term plus or minus the y term equals your constant term. Okay, so first example, I want to find the x-intercept first. If I put a 0 in for y, it's going to make the y disappear, right? So then I'm going to be left with 3x. Just put your finger over the negative 2y and cover it up. So 3y equals 6. Solve for that, divide by 3. And of course, you get x equals 2. So my x-intercept is 2, 0. To get your y-intercept, I'm going to put a 0 in for x. That makes the x term disappear. So put your thumb over that or your finger over that, and then you're left with negative 2y equals 6. Divide both sides by negative 2, and you find out that y equals negative 3. So when x is 0, y is negative 3. And then for your graph, you just plot those points and then draw your line. So 2, 0 is right 2 and stay there. 0, negative 3, don't go right or left, just go down 3. And then you want to go through the points, past the points, put arrows on the ends. Let's do another one. Negative 5x plus 4y equals negative 20. To get my x-intercept, I'm going to put a 0 in place of y and make that disappear. So then I'm left with the x term, negative 5x equals negative 20. Divide both sides by negative 5, and I find out that x is positive 4. So my x-intercept is at 4, 0. My y-intercept, I'm going to put a 0 in for x and make that disappear. So then I'm left with 4y equals negative 20. Divide both sides by 4, and you get y equals negative 5. So when x is 0, y is negative 5. So those 2 points, 4, 0 would be right 4 and stay there. 0, negative 5, don't go right or left, just go down 5. And then go through them, past them, arrows on the ends. Let's do one more. X plus 4y equals 2. Okay, to get my x-intercept, I'm going to put a 0 in for y, and it makes that disappear. And I have x equals 2. There's nothing to solve there. It's already done. It's telling me that x is 2 when y is 0. To get the y-intercept, I'm going to cover up the x, put a 0 in for it. You're left with positive 4y equals 2. Be careful here, because when you divide by 4, you don't get 2, you get 1/2. So when x is 0, y is 1/2, or 0.5. When I plot that, see 2 zeros over here, I need to be really careful and get as close to 0, 1/2 as possible. Otherwise, it's going to throw off the rest of the points that would be on the graph by just a little. But since it's just a half, that's not too hard. Just get it as close there as possible. And then again, you're going to go through the points, past the points, arrows on the ends. And that's really it. That's the whole section. Plug a 0 in for one, solve for the other, plot those points on your graph. So quick and easy on this one. If you need help with any other 7th or 8th grade standards, feel free to subscribe. Reach out to me if there's anything that you need my help with. My students, as always, thanks for sticking with this. I hope it helped. Let me know if you have any further questions. Bye for now.